Yeah, it will be on my YouTube channel. Yes. Okay, so yesterday we were talking about expressions, specifically what's considered like terms and what's not. Remember, it has to have the same exact two variables, or a variable with an exponent, or no variable. Okay, so hopefully you guys found that Ed puzzle pretty easy because it was very similar to what we had talked about yesterday, right? So now we're going to actually practice on this page here. So we're going to go ahead and do a few together. You'll do some by yourself. It's going to be very exciting. All right, so let's look at number 1. We have 2 types of terms here. Who can tell me the 2 types of terms we have? We have terms with an X, and we have
Y.
There's no Y's in number 1.
Oh, and number 1.
Variable.
Yep, we have terms with an X. That's our variable. And what's the other thing we have? Coefficients. No, not coefficients. Constants. Constants. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to color our terms that have an X green. This is light green for those of you that want to color the same as me.
Yeah.
And then the terms that just have a constant with no variable, I'm going to color yellow. Yes.
My teeth hurt really bad from it. Can I do the nurse to get some ibuprofen?
Now is not a great time. I don't want you to miss this. I'll let you go at the end.
Can I just like go real quick, and then when I get back, then you can leave the paper there for me to see?
You can watch the video later that I'm making right now, and you're on here with me.
Okay.
Take the pass. Sure. Okay. So what we're going to do first is we're going to combine the terms for all of them that have just the X. So we're going to work our way across. So what's 5x minus 2x?
3x.
Plus 6x.
9x.
Minus 1x.
8x.
Plus 3x.
11x.
Plus 15x.
26x.
So we have 26x as our first term. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. And then now we're going to do the constants. So what's 40 minus 9?
31.
Plus 1.
32.
Minus 8.
24.
24 plus 7.
31.
So there we go. We just simplified by color coding. Yeah? Good stuff. Okay, this next one, we also have 2 types of terms. What are they? Constants and variable. So I'm going to color everything that has a Y with blue. This is light blue. It's light blue. And then I'm going to use yellow again for my constants.
Hey, Jimmy, you dropped your pencil.
Yeah.
Well, the first one was X's and these are Y's.
That's a dark blue.
It's a light blue. So now let's go ahead and combine all of the terms that have a Y. So what's negative 14 minus 1?
Negative 15. Negative 15 because Y equals 1.
Yep. And then negative 15 minus 2.
Negative 17.
And then plus 1.
Negative 16.
Negative 16y. Keaton is killing it today with the integer rules.
Yeah.
And then now let's count up our constants. 1 minus 5.
Negative 4.
Plus 20.
16.
Minus 3.
13.
Minus
Negative
24.
11.
Minus 3.
Negative 14.
Plus 1.
Negative 13.
Dang.
Keaton,
Good
nice.
job, Keaton. Not earning candy for me. What?
Okay.
Candy.
Now we have 3 types of terms here. What are the 3 types of terms for number 3?
Coefficient.
We have constants. We have, yeah, what are the other 2 types of like terms we have for this?
Power.
We have n's and we have n squared, right? So I'm going to color my constants yellow again. Okay. And now we've got n, so we'll maybe use purple. N will be purple.
Then you jump 2 more. 3 more.
Oh, triple thing? What?
And then we have n squared, so I'm going to use red. Why not?
Red's pretty red. No, I don't like red. Not really.
Okay, so let's start with our n squared terms. How many n squareds do we have? So
5. 3.
4.
So what I want you to do is actually do the math with the combining the coefficients. So negative 6 plus 1 plus 3.
Isn't that a negative 5? Negative 3.
Negative 3. To the power of 2.
Negative 2n squared, because negative 6 plus 1 is negative 4, plus 3 is, would be negative 5, plus 3 is negative 2, n squared. How many n's do we have? When we combine all the n terms, how many will you have?
5.
7.
Who said 15? 15n, nice. Plus 15n.
Roman?
Good job, Romy.
And then what about our constant values?
I think Roman should put 3.
There's going to be 0. So you can either put plus 0, but that's, or you can just leave it alone. Either one would be okay. I've also had students asking today, does it have to be exactly in the same order that, like if I let you do one on your own, is it wrong if you put them in a different order? No, it's not wrong. However, if you don't have the symbols correct, so let's say you wrote negative 13 minus 16y. Great, because this is still a negative 13 term and this is still a negative 16y term. But if you forget one of the negative signs or you mix match those, then it's not correct. Okay, does everybody understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You can rearrange them, but you have to have the symbols correct. All right, we've got some more x's. We've got an x squared. So let's do constants will still be yellow. We did x's as light green before, so we'll stick with that. It just means yes. And then let's use orange for x squared.
Then you jump the pencil.
I don't know what's going on with that desk, but all day people's pencils have not stayed on their desk at that desk.
Well, no, like, it's probably like not like
Maybe it's
see if you can wiggle it like
There's something definitely wrong with that
It's
desk.
cursed.
Okay,
Cursed spirit.
Davy Jones.
so let's go ahead and do this one together.
An old man curse.
There's nothing to combine with x squared, right?
No.
So that's just going to be x squared. It's not going to change. Then I'm going to do the x's. So x minus x is 0. 40 minus 9 is 31. Minus 5 is 26. Plus 15x is plus 41x. And then what will my constant value be?
interest.
27.
You're close.
Or negative 27.
Further away.
Chris, you got it.
Getting colder, getting colder.
Negative 28.
Who said 28?
Chris.
Danny, 28. Positive
Oh, he
28.
beat you, Chris.
Well, I said it like at the same time.
Chris,
Oh my gosh, Alan.
Not he beat me, but I still said it.
All right, number
Oh my
5.
gosh, Jimmy, super glue goes on.
Let's color code number 5.
Jimmy, you dropped him again.
Our constants are going to be yellow. Our x's will be the light green again. And then our x squareds will be orange. You guys are going to go ahead and combine the terms on your own.
Okay.
I'm going to freeze the screen.
Is it like way too high?
What's an X and a Y?
We'll talk about that the next problem.
This is way too high here.
Oh, I think. Oh, we're combining them.
We're doing number 5 right now where we combine them.
Oh.
Yes, you remove.
I do not.
You have glue
Why do you need glue?
because these pencils are still falling off the desk.
Okay, so why don't you try putting them like
I
this?
think it's like tilted tower.
I
Like,
have them, but they're still rolling.
I don't know what to tell you. You can move desks. You can come up here to Nia's desk if you want.
it's like
Wait, did she just not go here?
even.
No, she doesn't. I think she's quarantined.
No, just
Yeah,
like this
she
way.
just can't be here right
Maybe
now.
like this way. That way. Then they won't roll off. There.
Gosh.
Gosh.
I can't wait till they roll off.
Come on, son.
Okay, everybody should be working on number 5 by yourself. Combining the oranges and the greens and the yellows.
Is that a one?
Okay, now you have double yellow.
What do you think?
Wow. Wow.
Negative 4 plus 6.
What'd you say about stretch on?
Jimmy.
Then
Jimmy,
you
you
got
got
some.
some.
Then you have pencil.
Jimmy, you got some pencils.
Maybe
Just one on the other side too. You got another one,
Yeah,
Jimmy.
there's another one too.
Oh my. That's not mine. No, that's not mine. That's yours.
Then they're falling off. Everyone's about to fall off.
Jimmy, lay it like this.
Jimmy, just like.
You know?
Dimitri,
put them
like
right
this.
there where they won't fall. Stop bullying.
He keeps on
Jimmy,
laying
set down your
them
iPad and put them on top of the iPad so they don't roll.
Jimmy, put them
Like, put your
all
Bible
the way
in
down.
the
Just say stop.
Another one fell. Look,
Yeah.
look in front of your desk.
You dropped another one, Jimmy.
It did not fall.
It fell.
Are you serious?
Okay, that's why. Just come up here and change desks.
Like,
No,
Oh my goodness.
Pressure here. You have to land vertical like this.
Okay, here we go. The reveal.
Like stack them up.
3x squared plus 50x minus 5.
I got the minus 5.
Yeah?
I got it in a different order.
That's okay. Order does not matter. So what was your order, Keaton?
I got it wrong.
Okay, I had minus 5,
Uh-huh.
and then I had 3x to the power 2,
Plus 3x. Yep.
and then I had 50x.
Yep. And you have the plus 3x squared plus 50x.
Yeah.
Great. Joshua?
Trying to get the minus 1, because 12 plus 1 is 13, minus 9 is 3.
And then you minus
Oh,
the other 9.
So 13 minus 9 is actually 4. And then 4 minus 9 is negative 5.
Whoa.
Turn it into Dimitri.
But that's okay. That's why we're going over these together.
Dimitri, where'd you put your pencil?
move your mouth like this.
Okay, let's look at number 6 here. If you remember, yesterday we talked about how xy is the same as yx, as long as they don't have exponents that have to be in specific location. So the first thing we're going to do here is color our constants yellow. We'll do our x's green, this light green again.
Oh, my yellow broke.
Oh, that was the yellow thing you had. Oh, it wasn't.
You're the one that Amy threw across the
Yeah, pretty much.
We use light blue for y up above.
That's a light blue?
hmm
Oh,
And then we will use the dark blue for the xy. Remember, xy is the same as yx, because you can multiply in any order. I'll put a border around the xy's. There we go. So all we're doing is color coding so that when we combine them, we can see easily which ones do go together.
Look at him broke.
Well, yeah, I just don't know how
Who did that? Call the cops on it.
Too lazy to show.
Okay, so we're going to start out with the xy's. So Dimitri, you're going to help me out with this one. What's 1xy minus 2xy?
you got the J.
So what's 1 minus 2?
No, it's Dimmy Dog.
What-
Second, I'm still confident.
What's 1 minus 2?
Negative 1.
And then plus 3.
2.
So it's going to be 2xy's.
Good job, Dimmy.
All right? And now we'll do the x's. Negative 17 plus 2.
You still want my help?
Still you.
Negative 15.
Okay? Plus 1.
Negative 14.
Minus 5.
Negative 19.
There you go. Minus
You're doing
19x.
like, look at that.
Now we're going to do the y's.
You still want my help?
Still you. Negative 9 minus 12.
Negative 21.
Go on, you.
You're not
And finish it up, Dimitri. Negative 10 minus 5.
Negative 15.
There you go.
Good job.
Not so bad, right? Right.
Just give me a second.
Okay.
Good job, Mary.
Let's move on to number 7. We don't have any constants, so finally one without yellow. We don't have any x's. We don't have any y's. We do have some xy's, so we'll use dark blue for the xy's. This is dark blue.
That's dark, right?
Yep.
No, it's yellow.
No, I couldn't tell if it's a dark or a light blue because her light blue looks like a dark blue.
I'll put a dark border on the dark blue.
Makes sense, yeah. Ooh. Oh,
We did orange for the x squareds. And I don't think we've had any y squareds yet, so we'll use our dark green for that. And I'll put a dark border around the dark green.
Oh, dark. Border.
Why do Christmas songs stuck in my head?
Oh, because of the choir.
Oh yeah, I heard them singing when I was up in Nurse.
I was singing.
Yeah, but I also heard them singing when I was down there.
It was me.
Good job.
Okay, so let's start out with our, let's do x squareds. So in your head right now, combine all the x squared terms.
Negative 20 squared.
Shut. Jingle bell.
Negative 20 x squared. Right?
To the power of.
I heard someone say it.
Negative 18.
Negative 18x
Yes.
squared.
Yes.
Woo!
Yep,
Me.
I thought one said 6, not 4.
that's okay.
Good job, lady. You're welcome.
How about our xy's?
Oh, I got it. Oh, there's your X,
Did you say it?
0.
0, so we don't have to put that one
I
there.
knew it.
And then how about our y squareds?
Answer 3.
Plus 3y squared.
3. Easy.
Okay, we will stop right there for today.
Oh, yeah.